With us now is Adam Ellis, and he's the marketing director of the Paramount, a wonderful venue in Huntington, Long Island, and we are happy to have him here. How are you?
Good, thank you for having me.
Good. Now, how long have you been involved with the Paramount?
Just a little over 4.5 years. I started about 2 months after we opened. I used to be at Nassau Coliseum before that.
And so it was almost like from day one, really on, early
Pretty
on.
much, yeah. Just missed a few weeks, but ever since.
And you were voted one of the best venues in the country.
Yes, we did come in really good on our Pollstar rankings, and we got nominated in Billboard magazine as well as one of the hottest clubs in 2014. So we're definitely getting some national recognition.
Now, what makes the venue so great? Why do people want to go to the Paramount?
You know, I think it's laid out really well for a live music experience. You know, there's plenty of places to grab a drink. There's some food that you can order. There's a lot of good art on the walls. The bathrooms have graffiti in them. There's very good lighting. The sound is excellent. So it's a great experience if you want to come see live music.
Now, I was there opening night, and it was fun because I got to do a story on it. And at the time, when you talk about graffiti, but you were like allowing people to like write on the walls, like write their favorite song lyrics and things. So it's very community oriented.
Yeah, it certainly is, and I think that's why people find it to be a little more of a unique experience. There's not logos on every wall and sponsor activations at every corner. It's much more of your local venue, and it makes you feel at home.
It certainly does. You're absolutely right. You also have a Founders Club. So
We
you have
do.
different levels of experience that somebody could participate, whether it's a one-ticket night or a package of tickets.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of it, because certainly people are very personal when it comes to their choice of music that they like. So some people really enjoy country, and others like a lot of hip hop, and others come because we have comedy and boxing, so not even music related at all for the entertainment. So with our VIP room, with our Founders Club, those folks are pretty diehard music fans. We use the analogy of it's your country club for music. So it's those kinds of folks that come to the shows and enjoy everything that we're able to offer them.
You've also hosted things like the Long Island Hall of Fame has been there. Television shows have filmed there. So it seems like, are you ever black? Is there ever a night that there's not something going on?
Yeah, certainly
Okay.
there is. Certainly there is. We also do weddings and bar mitzvahs and sweet 16s, and we rent out for various kinds of fundraisers and charity organizations as well to host their events. But certainly being in the proximity to New York City that we are, it gives us the chance to take advantage of all of the national media that is always looking for places to film various, you know, videos or programs or shows or whatever need be. We're available, and we try and put ourselves out there as such.
You have like the cool exposed brick, you know, even your offices, which aren't on site, they're off site. But I went into your office and I found it amazing because it's just cool to walk into the offices. You've got a lot of like cool memorabilia going on.
Yeah. No, there's definitely a rock and roll vibe. Most of the people that work there are very into music, and they all have their favorite bands and their experiences of when they were growing up, going to concerts and meeting artists. So yeah, we're all a good family there, and we're all into music and making, you know, the best experience we can for everybody that comes, whether it's the artist or the guest.
And you have a great promo wall. I mean, you have, you know, the oversight, I guess you will, to be able to see all of the shows that are coming up. It's quite an extensive calendar. So when you add a show, you know, do you like move the cards around? Like, what's it like to be you?
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, a little more digitally these days, but you know, we do add a couple of shows every week, and we have a couple shows every week. So the schedule is always in flux. We're always announcing new events, and we're, you know, still booking shows into next month as well as 2017. So yeah, it's a moving target that we're constantly working on.
What have been some of your favorite personal moments? Share like one or two things, like for you, Adam, as a fan, that you were like, wow, I'm so happy that I'm at the Paramount and I'm experiencing this.
Well, certainly when we had Billy Joel come and play the venue in October 2013 before he started his Madison Square Garden residency. That was a pinch yourself moment because, you know, he only played in front of about, you know, 1,555 folks at our capacity. So plus he hadn't played in a long time, so it was a special moment for both reasons. But I have some of my favorite bands that I've gotten to see up close and personal, whether it's, you know, Counting Crows or Citizen Cope or Weezer, some of my favorite alt-rock bands that, you know, again, in a venue our size, you know, every seat's a great seat. There's no nosebleed section. You know, you're not paying exorbitant prices to sit, you know, thousands of yards away from the stage. Everybody is really up close and personal, and you can almost, you know, touch everybody. And it brings you a lot closer to the artist, so it makes for a better experience.
And it's brought a lot to the town. It's really been an enriching experience for Huntington, Long Island, which just happens to be where I live. So it's right in my own backyard, so I'm really passionate about it. But it's brought in a lot of people from all over the place. People come to the Paramount, they go to the show, but then they stay. Maybe they're going to, have a beverage or a meal afterwards and things. So it's been a great community.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the neatest parts about the Paramount is Huntington, where we're located, is such a great town for it. I don't know that the venue would have been as successful if it was in Ronkonkoma or if it was in Westbury or if it was in Long Beach. I think Huntington is the perfect fit for us because you have a younger demographic that spends time there. You have an older demographic that's been living there for years that's into arts and culture. You have a great little downtown, so there's areas to eat and drink before the show and after the show. And then when people come for the first time, if they haven't been to Huntington before, they kind of fall in love with the town and realize that there's more to it than just the Paramount, and to come back again and again for shows and to experience the different restaurants and the nightlife that Huntington has to offer.
And this great success is replicable, because I heard through a little birdie, and they just announced it, that you're going to try to open something up in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah, that's the next step that our ownership group is taking. It's in the very preliminary stages, but we did recently announce the plans to open up another Paramount in Baltimore. I know there's other markets that they've looked at as well down the future, but it's certainly a formula that they want to replicate in other towns and other cities across the country where the need is not met yet for live entertainment.
And to revitalize a building, what you did in Huntington was fabulous, because, it's that dark. The old IMAC Theater had just said, empty for years.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's part of the lure of coming to see a show there, because it does have a bit of a theme to it, like you said, with the brick and with the lyrics on the wall, and it's very different from a lot of other venues that people may be used to going to. Maybe they haven't ever seen a concert in a club venue before. Maybe they've only seen it in arenas and stadiums and amphitheaters. So if you haven't had that experience, you don't really know what you're missing. So it's definitely something to check out when you have an artist that you're really into. That would be fun to see.
Well, you mentioned Counting Crows was one of your favorites. I was there that night, and I absolutely loved it. What was so nice too about the venue is, you're right, it's intimate, but yet it's big. At the same, it's hard to describe unless you've actually been there. But the Counting Crows performance, you've got the wonderful staging, you've got great lighting, all the technicians. You guys really put on a fabulous show. It's a great venue.
Yeah, and I think it's great to get that A-plus talent in there as well, because these guys are pros. They travel the country, they go to different venues, and it's important for them to leave the Paramount feeling like we did everything right by them, that the show went out without a hitch, that we have a professional staff that is in the business and in this industry and is competent and capable and knows what we need to do to make sure that they have a good show.
Excellent. And tickets, they can buy them online, correct?
Yeah, Ticketmaster.com, Paramount Box Office. All of our shows are through Ticketmaster. On average, we probably have about 12 to 14 shows a month, almost 200 a year over the course of 12 months. So we're very busy, and we're constantly adding shows every week. So every genre is covered at one point or another.
They absolutely are. I don't think there's any audience that you could possibly be missing with all the things that you've been offering. And people can sign up too to be part of the mailing list, so that you'll tell them, hey, we've got all these great shows coming up.
Yeah, and it's free. It's on our website. It's through Ticketmaster, and it's really just a way of keeping everybody up to date, because they do announce these shows very quickly.
Yeah.
There's a pre-sale and an on-sale very quickly after that. We're not like the Mets or the Islanders, where we announce a schedule for a whole season and we know it's in 6 months. We're still adding shows for 6 weeks from now, so it's constantly being updated. So we do want to keep everybody apprised, because there's a very small window to get those great seats on some of these shows. So the mailing list is key for that.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us. Really
Thank
happy
you.
to see you. And it's amazing to actually get you to come out to set, because I know how crazy busy you are. You're always in that office, always working so hard. So thank you, Adam.
Thank you for having me.
Stay tuned for more. Please go visit the Paramount. I'm sure that a show that you're absolutely going to love, make some great memories. It's going to be happening right there for you. So check out their website. I'm Donna Drake with Live It Up, visiting with Adam Ellis.